No surprise it went to overtime. Two teams, neither one of them wanted their seasons to be over. Liked our game. I mean, power play needed to score. We made only a couple mistakes. Threw a whole lot at that kid. Man, just torn up inside for our guys, especially the seniors and guys leaving the program. So credit to Bemidji. They earned their way forward. Proud of our guys, oh boy. It's toughest day of the year, without a doubt, and I think our guys should be pretty proud of the year they've had and how they represented this university.
Coach, 43-30 in shots. You guys outplayed them for stretches in this game. Playoff hockey, I mean.
Yeah, I think I sat here on Friday and said you can play really well and lose. That's why these things are the best of 7 in the National Hockey League. But you know what? As we've learned, like the sting, the things we're going through, sometimes you grow the most through the hardest moments. And that might be that's something we're feeling right now. Never had a chance in the playoffs. We're staring it straight in the face. We just are at the end of a penalty kill before they tie it up. We're that close. Next time we're in this position, we'll know how to handle ourselves. We'll have some experience, and that's, I know that was talked about a lot coming into this thing, and does it matter? Well, of course it matters. That's why the NHL teams are at the trade deadline going and getting all those guys that have won cups before. That's why Patrick Maroon's found a home forever. You're damn right it matters. And now we have some.
What would you mentioned that goal, the game tying goal they had. Not a lot Josh could do with that. It was a nice redirect. And
gorgeous
the
tip.
Winner, just a lot of the goals that were scored tonight were.
Yeah. We are very different teams in terms of how we play. Their look came off of a turnover at the end of the kill, and the kid made a heck of a tip. Nothing Josh could do. I saw it perfect from the bench, and the kid made just a great play. And then in overtime, I think Fleming was the one that wired it in, and I've been watching him do that since high school. He's got a heavy shot. We went for a loop instead of staying underneath our guy, and he got just enough daylight, and it went through the arm, I think, from the dot. So good plays. It's a great hockey game. We could still be playing right now well into the night, but they're in the victory tonight, and will represent their university in the second round.
Can you evaluate both goaltenders tonight? That was one of the matchups I was really looking forward to coming into this, and I think we really saw it tonight. Yeah,
great goalies. Both of them outstanding in 3 nights in a row, which is really hard. They haven't had to do it all year. They were on top of it. Big moments too. Their kid was outstanding when we were on the power play, throwing a lot at them, just trying to manufacture anything we could. Coder, he went some lapses or long strings of time where he didn't have to make a save, but then we needed him to make the big one, and he did. So yeah, credit to both those kids.
Can you evaluate Hunter Bischoff's game? One of the better games I've ever seen him play.
Well, he is one of those kids. We said kids would rise in big moments. Friesen, Bish, Nase. That 7 was also Baumgartner. Got a little look at some of those guys that raised their level, which is I'm proud of them.
The first period, there's some questions kind of when you go into this game too about whether or not the nerves are there, right? You guys outshot a 19-7 in the first. What do you take away from the first? I know you gave up the goal on the power play, but you got one back. What do you take away from that first period, and just kind of what you saw from the guys coming out?
Guys are ready. Guys have trained. They've trained, intentionally trained for this all season. We've handled through the off week and the training week this week, the load management, I think, was something that benefited us. Our guys were ready. We prepared for a 3-game weekend. Guys are in a good spot. They're excited to play. And they're great all weekend on the bench. The demeanor was awesome. Tough to give up one in the third like we did. It takes a big chunk of momentum, but I think our guys kind of handled the gut punch and said, hey, it's 2-2. We got next shot wins. I mean, that's our group. There's some good juju in that room.
Yeah, you touched on the seniors, Coach.
Yeah.
Those six seniors. What do they mean? Obviously, your captain, Luke Mobley, and then obviously Simon Folk had one of the best series I've seen him play.
Yeah.
What do you take away from those seniors?
I'm crushed for them now. They make me so proud. They came to a university that didn't have a rink or a hockey program or a coach that had ever coached as a head coach before. They were so intentional, their commitment to the university, and they just did the foundation they laid. You're so proud of them, and they're such competitors. And I think they're so we've been a lot in a short amount of time together. We've been through a lot, but they showed up for it and they learned from it, and now they're torn up because they never saw this day coming. Right? They're blindsided. They wanted to be the first ones to hang a banner. Like they wanted to see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And now they feel like they didn't reach their goal. But for me, having played college hockey and ended my career as a senior, like the gold is the journey. It's them, getting a call in a couple of years when their buddy's engaged and they're the groomsmen. When you get a Christmas card with your old teammate's family on it every year, and you just shake your head and laugh. Like it's when you're in a tough spot and you have 26 guys you can call. They'll drop everything and come pick you up. Like that's the gold. That's the good stuff. But right now they're just torn up. I'm so proud of them. I told them that. And we're going to hang banners here one day. And those guys are going to be a part of it.
Tom Territory penalty kill. I mean, it's been the same for 25 years.
Yeah.
How tough is it in the moment, when the playoffs, when it's already tighter than it is in the regular season?
Yeah, they pressured well. Our penalty kill has been something that it's been difficult on the penalty kill all year. It kind of bubbled up, it went away, bubbled up. It's kind of streaky. You hope it gets better. We try different things. This kind of time of year, it's difficult. The goalie's the most important one. Face-offs, penalty kill. Like that's when you can't win a draw, or there's a kid on the other team that's an absolute monster in the dot. It's really hard to get a power play going when you can't win the face-off, and that's something that we struggled with all year. We had some guys get better at it, but credit to their guy. Judding, he was a big factor in the series.
Last one. Toughest moment of the season is when you're sitting on the ice, going through the handshake line, doing the tradition around center ice. But pretty cool to see the guys take that one last lap around the rink for the fans that stuck around. And what does it say about their character in that spot, which is just got to be gutting?
It's them. And they weren't told to do it. It's kind of kids. That's the group we got. That's why I'm so excited about what the group that's leaving us, what they're leaving behind. They elevated everything. They did it the right way. Character, care, love, true, like the real stuff. Which we want to carry that with us. That's our biggest goal, is to carry that with us into next season. Keep trying to push forward.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a heck of a hockey game, and I don't think you expect anything more in a game 3. Two tight teams, no, I mean there was times that it was downhill. The standpoint is we were skating uphill, and they were skating downhill. I mean, that first period, I think scoring first was critical. And they took it to us. They did. I mean, not only the shots, but territorially. They had good transition. And just, again, I said it last night, we stuck with it. And we had some great performances. I thought our defensive core defended well. Schulze saw the puck. And again, it was just nice getting that first goal and another power play goal. So hats off to our power play, hats off to our special teams. We didn't give up a power play goal all weekend. And again, what did we get, 3?
It's at least 2. I'd have to double check.
Yeah, I thought, but the first one was a shorty. That's right.
Yeah.
Kirkland's was a shorty. So it was obviously, again, great performance by our power play. And Quinter's goal wasn't, I don't think there was a power play goal, but it was at the tail end right there. So
12 for 12 on the penalty kill in these 3 games. How important is that in this kind of series?
no, it's huge. I mean, again, typically, whoever wins the special teams battle wins the games. I mean, it's pretty standard. And again, that was probably the difference tonight.
Johnny gets banged up in the first, comes back in last 2 periods in overtime, just big face-off after big face-off. How important was he to come back and finish that game?
He's a stud, and you saw it this weekend. He was the best player on the ice this weekend. We asked so much out of him. I mean, he's one of those. Again, I hope he's the defensive forward of the year because he's earned it. I mean, just look what he does. Look at the minutes he eats. Look at the face-offs he takes. Like, that's pressure. That's pressure, taking those types of face-offs. He won a big one last night, and we score a goal. He's clutch. He's physical. He's strong. He's just, he's a coach's dream.
Talk about Flammer's confidence, puck on his stick in those big overtime moments.
Well, Flammer can wire it, and you saw that. I mean, Flammer can wire it, and I can't. I only looked at it once. I looked at it on the jumbotron. But he can wire, and I don't know if he was right outside the dots or right inside the dot, but it wasn't a great angle. But again, it got off his stick quick, and their goalie was kind of going down in the butterfly, and again, he got far side.
Long review at the goal to end the game. Did the heart rate start ticking up a
Yeah,
little
it
bit?
did a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm wondering what's going on. I mean, I don't have a clue if they're having trouble with the system or, was there a close call? I don't know. I mean, I came in and looked at to see if it was offsides, and it wasn't close. So it only took us 3 seconds to look at it. But again, there's so many things they're looking. They got to rewind. I know the system; it's not easy, and they're looking at some other things too as well. I don't even know what they're looking at, to be honest with you. But anyway, it was. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. You sit there and say, "Holy moly, what could have went wrong?" And you're thinking that, and it's just human nature.
After Friday night's game, the third period we talked about all weekend, where you didn't have a shot on goal, and it was tough. What does it take in that character to come back from that and win this series?
Again, it's just every night is different. Every night's different. Every game's different. You very rarely see the same game. Those were 3 different games. Those were 3 totally different games, and you expect nothing more. Tonight they had more push than us. We won the game. Last night we had more push than them. We won the game. The night on Friday night, they had a third period where, again, it was a snowstorm, like I said. It was a one-sided affair in the third period. We were up. It's just, no matter what, again, games are always, I've been doing this a long time, and I've never coached 2 identical games, I don't think, in a row.
Coach, how about Matthias Scholl tonight? 41 saves and it really settled in, I felt like, as the game kind of went on too.
Yeah, Schulze played well. I mean, he made some big saves. But I want to make sure, too, that, again, our goalie played well, and he's right there, but it was a collective group. I thought our defensemen engaged well. I thought they took away time and space. I thought I thought our defensemen were warriors. And again, it's always a collective group. Schulze's the goaltender, so again, he's the one who obviously is going to get the kudos. But I want to make sure too that, again, whether it's our defensemen, whether it's our forwards, we're a group of 5. We're a group of 5, and the group of 5 obviously stood tall.
All right, for each of you, during that review, what's kind of going through your head, waiting for that ref to come out of the box and give the signal it's a good goal?
I think just hoping that there was nothing that they were going to find that was going to take the goal away from us, honestly.
Yeah, same as well. Took a little longer than we wanted, but yeah, it was just heart was racing a little bit, but glad it worked out.
What's the feeling like when he comes out of the box and confirms it?
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, you're kind of waiting, and then when he goes good goal, it's a pretty special moment.
For you, as a senior especially.
Yeah. Obviously on pins and needles, kind of just waiting for the call. Just really excited to extend the season and have a chance next week at Mankato. So, yeah.
For you, Matthias, penalty kill, it was solid all weekend. Is this kind of the best the penalty kills looked up until this point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you don't give up a power play goal against it, the boys are feeling pretty good. And now we were taking care of everything with our PK, having like zone entries and just getting in lanes, blocking shots, open up the view for me to see the puck. So, yeah, nothing but good things from the PK this week, and got to carry that over next week.
No, it was kind of an up and down series for you. Took a few penalties, got in offensively a few times, but how good did it feel to pay one off there and tie that late in the third?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I got to give it off to this guy and the penalty kill. 3 penalties in one night is unacceptable, and they bailed me out. And yeah, they were awesome all night, and I don't know, just kind of trying to do my thing and trying to get some momentum.
What's working just in that resiliency area for this team, after Friday night, that third period, to battle back and sit here, knowing you got at least another game left?
Yeah, I think we just knew what we had. We knew what it took, and we stuck with it. We didn't really back away from the plan. We just stuck with it, and we knew we could get the job done, and luckily it was successful.
TS, you get to see Flammer's shot pretty much all the time, I'd imagine, in practice. How tough is that to stop? Obviously, Tom talks about how big of a shot he has, but especially when he has the confidence like he does in overtime.
Yeah, he's got a laser all the time in practice. He's kind of shooting in that same type of spot on me. So, yeah, he's able to find himself in an opportunity to get that shot off, and no better person to have it on their stick than him.
How happy are you to go to Mankato next week?
Very excited for the opportunity.
How about for you? This was your first taste postseason hockey. How did it compare to the expectations, and how happy are you to get another weekend?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. We were in Mankato 2 weekends ago, and we saw the rivalry, and yeah, we're super excited to get down there.